Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Kaylo back at it again with another fresh plan with me. First and foremost, hi. How is everyone doing? Are you staying safe? Do you own a mask? Are you wearing gloves? Don't go outside if you don't have to. So I am throwing it way back and using all of these old school planner materials. And by old school, I mean things that I haven't used in a hot minute because I forgot I had them. Correct. But you know, just for shits and giggles, this video, as do all videos, contain a bit of colorful language, so if that's not your cup of tea, I highly recommend that you mute my ass. Going forward, I'm using this Pastel Galaxy kit from the Coffee Monsters Co. This is the first time I've ever used a kit from her. I love Helen Shop. I use her character stickers all the time, even a lot of her doodles too, but I've just been really scared of her kits because I don't know, like they're very minimal. I feel like they're super open and white space, and I was really scared to use this kit, and so I've hoarded it for the longest time, and I just thought this week was a really great week to do it, and it turned out so freaking cute. It's so good. I had to show it to my boyfriend when I finished. I was like, look, I did that, and he was like, yeah, it looks fucking good, Kristen, get away. So, you know, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty stoked. Okay, so for starters, this kit's gorgeous. I pulled in some non-foiled hexagons from Saucy Sticker Co. That's right, I went old school. I went non-foil, mostly because I knew I wanted to use the hexagons to do like layering with some work scripts from Letters to Apollo. So I don't really like having like the half foiled and then with a foil accent. I don't know, it kind of just throws me off sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And I wanted the colors to really be the statement of this entire spread, so I opted to not use the half-foiled ones and just the OG colorways. So did that, turned out so good. I'm really glad that I did that. But this kit is rainbow themed. Obviously it's Rainbow Galaxy, and I did my absolute best to make sure that each day is kind of color blocked. So Monday we'll do like that pinky red, and then it's Tuesday's orange, Wednesday's yellow, and then so on and so forth. And I love doing that with different spreads. I did it once before, like way back when I first started my channel with the Harry Potter spread. I had a printable that Planner Boy Jams had gifted to me, and it was just so perfect. It was like for House Week, I think, House Pride Week, and I color blocked it, and it looked really good. I think I did it like Ravenclaw, then the Hufflepuff colors, and then Slytherin, and then Gryffindor at the end, or something like that. But it ended up looking really great, and any kit that gives me the opportunity to space out the colors in that way, I'm definitely going to do it. And this kit was literally made for it. So shout out Helen, this kit is beautiful. I'm really stoked for you guys to kind of see how I did it. It's definitely different as far as like my style goes, so that's cool. Another thing that was different from this kit that was like totally out of my comfort zone is the fact that they don't have glitter headers. These have like the today to do headers, like the word ones. And I actually used a kit, was it the week before? Yeah, I used a Regina Laughs kit that also used word headers and not glitter headers, and that's totally like throwing me off my game. But I mean, it still looks really beautiful. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys, I'm actually planning for the current week that I'm doing the voiceover in, which like rarely happens now, but this is for the week of April 27th to May 3rd. So yeah, I'm like kind of caught up in my spreads. Yes, I did skip a week, and I had full intentions to film that week. What week was that? The 20th through the 26th. I skipped it, didn't film it, or I did film it, but it turned out fucking ugly, so I didn't post it. Just, you guys, y'all don't need to see all that. Y'all don't need to see all that shit. So here I am with this beautiful spread. First of all, how the fuck are you guys doing? I'm just chilling. I've been in the apartment literally, I don't even know. I feel like I've been here forever. By no means have I been following all of the quarantine guidelines, but I have been following most of them. You know, I try not to leave the apartment. Okay, Joshua, sir, please do not block. Don't bark right now. Okay, mommy's making a video. Thank you. Sorry. It's actually like 2 in the afternoon, so technically I'm still on the clock and I'm teaching my kiddos on a Friday. And, you know, that's what I'm doing. But I had to take a break. I was grading papers all day, and I had already finished all my classes in the morning. But it's just like I've been grading for 4 hours straight. I'm exhausted. I'm fed up. I'm ready for a break. Some of my kids, their writing has improved so much. I genuinely feel like they are blooming now that I'm not over their shoulders. And I don't know, maybe that's a testament to I need to give some of them some space. But I actually scheduled out a couple phone calls with some of my kids just to check in, see how they're doing, like on a non-academic playing field. I just want to know if my kids are okay and give them a sense of like community and let them know that they're not just like a grade in the grade book, ? I don't know how to phrase it without sounding corny, but whatever. I'm using these date covers that I got in the Sadie Sticker Advent Calendar, and they are lettered by Jessica of Letters to Apollo. So I pulled those in. They're like this really, really soft pink, but with my giant studio lights, they're washed out so far that it almost looks like peach. So I don't know. I didn't have any rainbow, specifically pastel rainbowed foil or date covers or anything like that, and I definitely didn't have anything that came in the kit. So, but I did realize afterwards that I could have gotten the date cover add-on, but those were kind of huge and like it just wasn't worth the extra cost, I don't think. I think the spread comes out really great. The stars from the Advent end up pulling in from the stars from the kit because it is like galaxy themed. So I think it works really well. It does pull a little bit when I flip to the cooler side of the rainbow, like Thursday through Sunday. That side of the spread, you can kind of catch it that like it doesn't really flow, but ultimately I'm still really, really happy with the way the spread turned out. So I think finally I am diving in. Like I said, I'm taking all of the like solid colored hexagons and I'm putting them down to be like the base of all of my work scripts, and then I'm going to go in with these Letters to Apollo work scripts. These are work 2.0, just to kind of mark in that I obviously was working these days. I work every day, but sometimes I don't put it, sometimes I do. This week I felt like I should put it just because I didn't have a ton of things every day to do, and it was just a quicker way to kind of fill in the spread, but also pull in that color from the hexagons. And I really liked doing this up until the fact that I got to Tuesday and realized that I didn't have any orange in my pastel hexagons. Like, didn't have any orange, so I ended up pulling out like the faintest shade of pink, and I think it worked out. I think it works out pretty good. I think the only one that is like very off when you see it in person is the blue. Like the blue definitely leans like a powdery chalk blue versus in the kit it leans more teal. So you can definitely see that when you're in person, but on the camera, it's so washed out with my lights, you literally can't see a thing. So I loved these emoji checklists. I've always seen Helen use them in her plan with me's whenever she incorporates her own stickers into her kits. And I think they're so cute. So I got to use them myself. I don't use them as cute as Helen does, and that's honestly very offensive. So she makes it look so easy, and when I used it, it looks stupid. But also I use this Muji gel pen, hoping that it would help me channel my inner Helen and like find her handwriting and through the ink in my hand. I don't fucking know. Clearly it didn't work out. I ended up going back and whiting all this shit out. I was like, this is bullshit, Kristen. I don't know what the fuck that was. But anyways, I ended up uploading grades, my bell ringer assignments, and some vocab questions to my online classroom for my kiddos. I upload everything on Mondays, or I do it on a Sunday, but most of the time I forget on Sundays and I just upload it Monday after my first class of the day, because it's not like my kids do any of their work until after 2 p.m. if we're talking about it. So I did that, checked off on the emoji checklist. It kind of looked a little weird, not gonna lie, and I felt very discouraged to use them. So I didn't use another one until literally the last day of the spread, because I was at a crosshair, whatever. Crosshair is like a gun, so like that's not it. Anyways, I felt very torn. That's what I should have said. And then I used a doodle from the Coffee Monsters Co. That's like a little steamy cup to mark in that I had a cup of coffee. And then I got these Keurig scripts custom made from Lilac Luna Plans. And I really love her hand lettering. It reminds me so much of Kenzie of Kenzie's Creations. And I just think they blend really well with Kenzie. The only thing I didn't like about this is her paper wasn't cut all the way, so I'm hoping that when I go through my other scripts, like, it's not going to be as noticeable. But the Keurig one, I definitely had to like pull that shit off the page, which was a little sad, but it's okay. We made it, we survived, and it looks good. I cleaned up the edge a little bit and it was fine. And then I marked in that I binged watch some TV on Monday using the Fox and Pip. I don't know what that girl is. It's like Channel Surfing, I think is that sheet's name, and then a binge watch script from Ice Cream Joe. On the top of Tuesday, I used this like half box flat lay. Do y'all remember when flat lays were so fucking in for like a good 2 weeks and then everybody just kind of forgot about them? Well, I didn't, because I have so many flat lay samplers, I cannot afford to forget about them, quite literally. So I use this little flat lay to mark in that I kind of picked up the apartment because my friend was coming over. Yeah, and I actually didn't do that on Tuesday. If I'm being honest, I did it on Wednesday and it rained on Tuesday, but I had to switch those two plans because of the colors. And I know that sounds dumb, but this is like a memory plan, so I felt like it really didn't matter like if it wasn't entirely accurate. So I kind of just switched those two things around. But long story short, I cleaned the entire apartment because my best friend was coming over, and he's he's never seen my apartment before, and I wanted it to be so spotless because he loves cleaning and he loves a clean area. So I had to do that for him real quick. I'm already on Wednesday. What the fuck? Okay. I had a work meeting on Tuesday, and then I said I brought home dinner, but that was definitely not Tuesday. I think that was Wednesday that we brought home dinner. Or was it Thursday that I brought home dinner? I don't remember. Whatever day that I said I brought home dinner, it was fucking Chick-fil-A, but I don't remember what day it was. Anyways, on to Wednesday, I marked in that it was a rainy day, but again, that was actually Tuesday that was the rainy day. But I didn't have an orange maru to mark that in, so I marked it in on Wednesday since it was yellow and it just looked better with the spread. And that rainy day script is from Paper and Milk, so it was the maru. And then I used a coffee cup from Planning City and a more coffee, less talky script from Ice Cream Joe over a saucy sticker hexagon to mark in that I had another cup of coffee. And then I used this half box down at the bottom to mark in that my best friends came over and we stayed 6 feet apart. I have video evidence that we were wearing masks, so please don't yell at me, but I did make Chipotle bowls when they came over just for some like very real life updates were going down that day. So I used this little apron from Crafts by Towie, I think. Yeah, I got it from Crafts by Towie $2 Tuesday, and I had it in silver foil. So I used that to mark in that I made Chipotle bowls. I think that's the one recipe that my boyfriend's like really excited about. Like he's so hyped that I know how to make that because I told him, I was like, yeah, I can just make Chipotle bowls at home. No big deal. And he looked at me like this bitch is dumb. But then I made it and they're actually really good. And whenever he ate it, he was like, this is the one. This is the one thing that you're going to have to make whenever we have guests come over. So I was like, okay. But also it's just super easy to make. And whenever I grill up all of the chicken, it's easy to have the chicken already done for the rest of the week. So it's like, you always want to make that on the beginning of the week, you know? Because if you make it at the end of the week, then you're just going to be kind of fucked. I mean, I guess not really, because it kind of rolls over. It's not like chicken expires on Sundays. Like, kind of dumb for me to say that. Anyways, moving on. Going into Thursday, thank God. Okay. Thursday, I used a flag that came in a kit with an iced coffee script from Kinsey's Creations and a Once More with Love coffee munchkin to mark in that I drank coffee. I've been drinking coffee like it's nobody's business this week. Like, I do this thing where I brew a cup of coffee in the morning for my Keurig, and then I never finish my coffee because by the time I get to my first class, I can literally get like maybe 4 sips of coffee in, but my class just takes up all of my energy and attention, which is the way I want it to be. So I never end up finishing my coffee. So by the end of my classes, my coffee is cold and I'm like, fuck, this is so annoying. So what do? Great question. I make a iced caramel latte, I guess, if you will. I don't know the difference between like lattes and a not latte. I don't fucking know. But I just pour it over ice and I add caramel and then I have an iced coffee. So I just do that. I have a ton of reusable straws that are getting some love this week. So every time I mark in that I have coffee, just know that I actually had coffee like 4 times this day. So there's that. I'm playing around with this pumpkin spice latte script, but I end up not using it until Friday. So just keep that in mind. Also, after Thursday, all of the plans are made up. So just so you know. Sorry. Okay. On to iced coffee. I had a planning sesh, so I used this like little script from Letters to Apollo. I'm so sorry. I'm going mind blank because all my students were texting me at the same time. It's so fucking annoying. It's like they just check the classroom. Everybody's asking me, when's the ELA test? What time is ELA? Like, sister, if you would just get on the classroom. I posted an announcement this morning at 8 a.m. It is now 2 p.m. What are you doing? In a half box, I marked that I graded papers with the Letters to Apollo script, and then a emoji, of course. And I noticed that all of the Coffee Monsters Co. Characters that I have, some way they always line up with the colors really, really well. So I guess she uses the same rainbow pastel colorway in all of her sheets because they match perfectly. I love this kit. I'll probably pick up another one the next sale she has, maybe during Black Friday or something, just so I can have one to hoard because, whatever. So I might definitely do that. Going into Friday, again, all of these plans are made up from Friday forward, except for the fact that I work, and like some of them aren't because they ended up being true, but here you go. Friday, I worked this morning. Check. That's true. And then I used a computer icon to mark in that I was editing, which is true. I did do some editing, but more accurately, I was grading homework today. So, but I guess that could count as editing. I don't know. I mean, I'll go with it. And then I uploaded test grades, which is true. So I definitely did that. Shout out to me. That icon is from Rory Sweet Addiction, and the edit and upload scripts are from Saucy Sticker Co. I also marked in that I had a pumpkin spice latte, which is true. So that's definitely, oh, you haven't seen that yet. Ooh, spoiler alert, I had a pumpkin spice latte. I'm sorry. I get so ahead of myself. But the pumpkin spice latte is really just my pumpkin spice Keurig cup, and then it got cold, and so I put it over ice, and now it's a latte. That's what a latte is in my head. If it's iced, it's a fucking latte. But I'm well aware that, okay, Joshua, dear, thank you. Oh my gosh, I love him so much, but we need to bring that down. But yeah, a latte is iced in my head, but I'm very aware that you can have a hot latte, but I just don't know the terminology because I'm not a fucking Starbucks barista and I don't really give a fuck. So there's that, coffee's coffee. It's either cold or it's hot, but either way, it's fucking delicious if you put enough sugar in it. So on to the bottom of Friday, I used a Chic Street Sticker Boutique divider that's originally made for the Hobonichi, but I turned it over sideways, and then it's a perfect little divider that's whimsical and gorgeous. And it is foiled in silver. And then I mark in that I edit using an edit script from Kenzi's Creation, and then a voiceover Mike Munchkin thing from Once More With Love, and then I map out a couple of different videos that I'm editing, which is still true, but again, am I going to do all three? No. Am I going to do this one and then probably stop? Yes. So I mark in that I'm doing a MPWM, which is a memory plan with me, and then a haul part 1, which is true. I did do the haul. I haven't started the edits yet, but the haul's looking good. I haven't filmed a haul in 8 years, but it's looking good. And then just a regular plan with me, which will not happen because I'm definitely not putting another sticker down today. I have so much to do in the apartment. I have to clean, but it is what it is. Anyways, going into Saturday, obviously it's Friday when I'm filming this voiceover, so everything about Saturday is made up. So Saturday's made up plans include a apartment big cleaning, which is definitely true. I want to clean the apartment. I want to vacuum. I want to clean the bathrooms. I want to get these fucking dishes out of the goddamn sink. I don't know what happened. I miss living at my mom's house because my mom or dad would always do the dishes for me because I'm spoiled. But no one does the dishes here for me, and it's just sad. Paco does them sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like we just go through so many dishes, and it's just the two of us plus Jax. I don't know. But dishes suck. 100% dishes suck. When I was a kid, living with my parents, ignorant as fuck, I was like, the dishes aren't that bad. That's because I would wash a fork and I'd be done, and then my mom would give me $20 for fucking chores. Hello. But now I have to wash a whole sink full of dishes and nobody gives me $20 at the end of it. In fact, people ask me for money, something called rent. Fuck your rent. I actually paid rent today and I felt really adult, but it was also really sad because I bought stickers from Sadie Stickers first, and then I paid rent because I had priorities. It was Sadie Stickers anniversary sale, so I had, you know how that should go. Okay, what other plans did I put on Fake Saturday? Fake Saturday's other plans include date night, which will happen because Paco asked me if this Saturday we can just stay in the apartment and be lazy. So that's definitely going to happen. I'm here for a lazy moment, but we're going to be cleaning. Don't tell him. He doesn't know yet. And then I use this couple munchkin from Once More With Love and a date night script from Ice Cream Joe. Sorry, I felt like I was going to burp right then. but then I remembered I'm a classy bitch, like borderline I'm a debutante, but like without the debutante process. Is that like offensive to debutantes if I'm like, I'm basically a debutante, but like I didn't go through the stuff? I feel like that might be offensive. That's like me being like, oh, I'm a Greek life sister, but like I'm not Greek. Like I rushed and then didn't get a bid. So like, it's fine. let's move on. Okay. Also, I marked in that I did quote unquote meal prep with the same apron from Cross by Towie and a meal prep script from Kenzie's Creations. This meal prep script looks so freaking cute. Oh my gosh, I'm living for the script font at Kenzie's Creations. I just thought it looked really, really cute. It's a good contrast because if you look to the left, you'll see the hard, bold text. I think she called that block lettering with the half fill also. Joshua Mikael Flaherty. I am filming, honey. I understand, but I am filming. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Rest in peace to your eardrums. Rest in peace, headphone users. I apologize. Okay. Finishing out the day, I marked in that I was binge watching with another Ice Cream Joe script. Oh my god, I just heard a dog bark, which means my dog heard the dog bark, which means he's gonna bark. He's growling. I can hear it. It's coming. Oh my god. Okay. Please, Jax. Please, please, please. And then I used a computer icon from Letters to Apollo to mark that in. I think something really cool about the Ice Cream Joe font options is that the top section is always like really, really small. So it works really well for these very small spaces where you mess up your spacing like I do every fucking week, but they just look really good and it makes it look like you didn't fuck it up. So that's really nice. Going into my fake plans for Sunday, fake plan number 1 is a box that I leave empty for quite some time because again, these are fake plans. And then I use this like cutlery icon that came in the kit to mark in that I'm going to make breakfast. I feel like that's not fake because I will have to eat at one point, but will it be significant enough for me to mark in my planner? Probably not. I'm literally going to warm up like fucking bread. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I use a emoji head checklist to mark in some things that I'm going to do for work, which is probably true. At least that's my intentions for Sunday, but will it happen? I don't know. I need to put grades in. I need to upload the new assignments for the next like this upcoming week, and then I do need to reply to a couple emails because if somebody emails me at 5 o'clock on a Friday, I don't fucking reply because I clock out at 4:30. So if you email me 4:32, I'm sorry, I didn't see it, and I won't see it until Monday at 7:30 a.m. That's how it is. I put in way too many hours of overtime throughout the week being a teacher that I don't give up my weekends. I refuse. I really, truly do not have time for it. So my intention is to get to those eventually. I'm filling in the top box with an upload script from Saucy Sticker Co. because I do want to upload a video, so hopefully that happens. And then I leave this quarter box blank just to fill up the space because, again, it's made up. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. So here is the finished spread, and I will catch you guys on the flippity flip.